SuperZOMGBBQ! Yeah, keep that whole thing in there. Yeah, you're watching an intro, baby. Yeah, what?
Hey Believers, this is SuperZOMGBBQ. Yes, have I got something really exciting for you today? Why? Well, because there has been a huge announcement on Twitter, which we are going to talk about in a lot of detail, so hold on to your hats. If you have a hat, if you don't have a hat, then I don't know. Hold on to your desk, your phone, I don't know. Hold on to something because it's going to be a wild ride. The road to WrestleMania 35 tier, or whatever the tier is, has been announced. We now know roughly, pretty much, when the new tier is being released. And it's not what you expected and what we predicted before. So it's going to be a lot of surprises, and this is a really cool thing and something I hope they do in the future. But let's get right into it. If you are hyped about the road to WrestleMania, then please make sure you smash that like button to support the video, the channel, and share it on with all your friends and family. In fact, your distant family who you haven't spoken to in 3 years. Just say hi. Didn't know you wanted to see this video, but here you go. And I'll be like, yeah, thanks. You know, how you been? And then all of a sudden you've reconnected. You know, I'm just going to stop talking. And then make sure you subscribe because we've got so much coming up in the next 3-4 weeks. It's now going to be insane. I said it was insane beforehand. Now it's crazy. The big red button, smash it and turn your notifications on. I also want to know what your thoughts are on the Road to WrestleMania announcement in the comments below. Just like Axel Zane in the last video, which read, at this point as a Gothic player, I think I have more chances of pulling a Shatter card than pulling a Seed. And he's right, you know. This was released last night by WWE SuperCard, and oh my god, have we got a 3 or 4 weeks of absolute delight in store for us. First of all, they have announced this week's event as being a Roman Reigns Last Man Standing. As you may remember, I was the guy who got #1 in the world, Roman Reigns, but because of what's been happening in LMS, I don't think I'm going to be going for that again. I might guess like a decent level card, but I'm not going to be going for #1 again. No way. No way. From that moment onwards until the 28th of March, you are going to have 2 events per week. It looks like the team events are taking a back foot for now. This Kevin Owens team event is the last one for it looks like some time. I mean, that may not be correct, but that's what's being said on here. Maybe they'll still continue those in the background. I can't imagine people are going to be particularly interested in them though, because as of next Monday, there's going to be a special 60-hour Flash event. 60 hours being 2.5 days, basically. That goes on until Wednesday, and then you've got the Road to Glory starting on March the 14th for the Pro for that card. And then 3-4 days later on, you've got the next one, which starts on the Monday the 17th and goes through to March the 20th. Then March 21st, another Road to Glory. And to explain how Flash events work, because there's going to be a few people in the comments going, what the hell is a Flash event? Let me explain. With ring domination, very simple. Double the picks. So whatever you get, whether it's with titles or without titles, win or loss, the picks you get are doubled, which means effectively the event is halved. Which means it's easier to get the event card, it's easier to get it without spending money, but you have to do it in a shorter time frame. With Road to Glory, they haven't done a Flash Road to Glory forever. So Flash Road to Glory is going to be double points. So instead of getting 10 points, you get 20 points. And so on and so forth. And then, in fact, they've never done a Flash Road to Glory for Heroic, so it's going to be very interesting. Of course, what they could do is something they did do beforehand, which is they could just reduce the points down or reduce the number of cards you go for instead. I tend to think they'll just double the points or something similar. So that's the Flash event. Now moving on to March the 28th, where there is going to be another Last Man Standing, which then ties into what we think is the end of the first 3 tiers of Season 5. In between this time, every single week, it seems on a Wednesday, there is going to be a gift given to every single player in the store, which is really cool. I wonder what those are. Maybe some free credits, free battle points. Maybe they'll do some quests in the meantime, or maybe they'll do a Wrestlemania quest where it lasts for like the entirety of the 3 or 4 weeks coming up. I am surprised by this because the tier is kind of, I don't want to say over, because there's a lot of people who are still in Gothic and Neon and SummerSlam 8, you know, it's not dead, but it's probably not far off. I don't want to kind of be that guy who says, yeah, it's dead, just release a new tier already. Maybe this is strategic. I'm a little bit pessimistic myself, but also optimistic that this might actually be leading into something else. The fact that they're pushing so many cards on us, so many advantages, so many heroic cards, last man standings, this is the longest, probably the most amount of event cards we're going to end up with since Wrestlemania tier in Season 2. Maybe, just maybe, there is a little smidgen that something else is going on in the background. I don't want to hype people up, but it could be more than just a new tier. Just saying. The other thing that's interesting, which I did make a note of on Twitter, is there is a change in the pay-per-view schedules. The dates are completely changed for SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, and Backlash. In fact, across the year, there's a massive change across the board. There's going to be less time between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, which would be April to August. But in reality, that's only 4 months, so it's less time for them to do another, let's say, Goliath tier that I did in Season 4, where they had a tier in between. So maybe they're going to do something else to make the tier last longer. If I'm right in saying that April the 3rd is going to be the release date for WrestleMania 35 tier, is this going to be the confirmation we need that we're going to be waiting until SummerSlam tier? And that's something I did wonder, personally, because the stats would reach up to around about 1 million stats at that point for points. That'd be a nice place for it to kind of cut things down. I may be going off the point a little bit, but there's a lot of things that were leading towards this that maybe I kind of missed. Maybe other people have been thinking this for a while. Back on track, we're getting these gifts. They're going to be once every week. And on top of that, we're going to have some special events. Between March the 11th and March the 25th, we're also going to have a Team Battleground double points, which means if you earn any Team Battleground events from Team Battleground, you're going to get double the points, which for someone like our team, we get usually about 2,000 every single Team Battleground. We're going to get 4,500 almost, 4,500 in every single TBG, which means I'm going to reach the limit sooner rather than later. There is a huge tip I can give here, by the way, just in case anyone does come back to this video when this event launches, and that is to disband your team if you're not really bothered about Team Battleground rankings in the leaderboard. As soon as you finish a Team Battleground and you're in the claim phase, reset up a new team, get your players in there and just go for it, and you'll get more Team Battleground points. Then towards the end of the month, after the Team Battleground special has ended, they're going to be doing 2 times rewards in King of the Ring. Now, I'm a little bit confused by that one because that seems a little bit pointless, but that's just my opinion. But the fact that this lasts until April the 1st does give an indication that maybe that is the cutoff for when a new tier potentially is going to launch. Maybe they're going to launch it on Monday or Tuesday this time. Maybe they're going to wait till Wednesday. Who knows? Now the spring event lasting the entirety of March makes total sense, because they weren't going to release a tier anyway. But I just have to say, right, I still can't get my head around. Usually, before a tier is released, they never put things like double neon cards. I mean, I'm just going to go and play a bit of Team Ring Domination whilst we're talking about this. They never put things like double neon cards in TBG. They've never put a shattered or top tier card available until like the very latter tiers. Like we're talking SummerSlam, Goliath tiers, for example, of last year. The approach they're taking is very fresh. I like this idea that it's all kind of put out there in front of us We know what's coming up. We know it's not an over the limit unless they decide to throw that one in as well to get, like, I don't know, a special card or something. We don't know what they're going to be doing WrestleMania-wise, because there is every possibility that they could just go, hey, we're going to throw this in there as well, which is like a nice little WrestleMania surprise. Either just before they release a new tier or something. They've just released all these new packs. It is the best thing that we could have hoped for. We've now got pretty much a confirmation and now down that it's going to be released the week of WrestleMania. We also know that we're going to be getting all these cool events, and people are going to be going crazy for them because they're flash events. They're so much easier than standard events. So people will be getting event cards left, right and centre, and I wouldn't be surprised if one of these, especially the last man standing at the end, would be for maybe Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair or Ronda Rousey. And whilst it's confirmed that Roman Reigns is going to be the last man standing, I also wouldn't be surprised if you see the likes of Batista maybe as an event card, Triple H as an event card. God, there's loads of potentials that they've got. I mean, we'll have to wait and see when it happens, but the next couple of weeks, I say couple, 3 or 4 weeks, are going to be very interesting. There's going to be literally things happening left, right and centre. You're getting literally an event card every single week. A brand new event card, last man standing or road scoring ring domination. It's going to be awesome. The fact is, there's no more rumours now. We know when WrestleMania tier is coming. It's coming, obviously, unless there's something else that's coming along at that time instead. It's all pointing towards that date now. It's all pointing, like Ronda Rousey points to the WrestleMania sign, and that just blows all the speculation out of the water. It blows all the clickbait videos. I am so damn excited, and I want to know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. This deck's going to be crazy by the time. If they're all male cards, which it's alluding to on the teaser, then I'm going to have 2 normal Shatter cards at the end of this. Anyone who got the Money in the Bank rewards, but especially for Fastlane coming up, is going to have a full team of male superstars, which is kind of crazy. Make sure you smash the like button if you are hyped for the road to WrestleMania. The SuperCard are literally paving out for us in front of our own very eyes. And for the communication, if you want this thing to happen more, sending those kind of messages out and praising them for that stuff means that they are going to probably do it more often. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for updates on absolutely everything, and turn your notifications on by ringing that damn bell. But I've been SuperZombGBBQ. You have been awesome. One last thing, and that is to sleep!